What's up, you guys, and welcome to today's video. I am so excited to show you something that I have been longing for since it came out. I got the Heather Austin and Unearthly Cosmetics collection. Unearthly has me kind of standing right now, so just call me Stan instead of Stacy, okay? At least when it comes to Unearthly. This is so beautiful. The quality, like, I'm someone that has trouble letting go of packaging, and I keep all things that look like boxes, especially book boxes, so Unearthly is really enabling me right now. We're gonna do this look today, and I will be using a companion palette with it just to kind of ground the looks and kind of complete the look that I was really wanting to do today. Another new thing that I have got to try from this collection I haven't got to from Unearthly before is their cheek highlighters. That was also in this collection. We have beautiful packaging. It's so nice weighted. So I'm excited to try that out. I'm wearing it right now. I'll show you my thoughts along the way. Then I have the beautiful gloss too. So all three of these came in the collection. So excited. I think the palette might be sold out now, but I would say go for the collection. Like, it's really pretty. It's really cool. It's really nice quality. Today we're just going to play around with it. I'm going to show you this really quick, easy, smoky look. Okay, so I really know that I want to do something like a smoky, because I mean, just look at this color story. It's so like interesting. It's got like bright colors, but then also these like smoky colors. Initially looking at this color story, I see like quads. So if you're not sure what to do with this, these quads I think would make like amazing. Heather had mentioned like the top and bottom are cool and warm, but I think they make the most phenomenal quads, which I'm sure she designed that way as well. But just a reminder that that's another great way to look at this. Today I'm really torn. I think I want to play with these like dark sultry colors, and so this will be fun. I'm gonna start with Beetle, that top black glittery shade. And then most of the lid is going to be here. I'm going to work with a flat, stiff brush and just work slowly just to make sure I don't get too much fallout. I did do a base today. It's really like natural, more skin-like my freckles and kind of age spots and things are showing. I just did like a light base. I wanted something, I didn't want, like, I knew I was going to do like a really heavy eye today, so I just wanted the skin to be kind of light and natural. I usually like when my makeup has that like juxtaposition where something is really bold and overdone and maybe crazy, and then the rest is kind of subtle toned down. It's really cool. There's a mirror in here, and I like that it opens like a book. Like, if I ever created a palette, that's absolutely what I would ask for, like open like a little book. It's so cool. Let's tap out this crease here. I like managed to get creasing no matter what I do these days. I'll figure it out. And most of this is going to look like just one color on the lid by the time we're done. I just kind of wanted to like gently lay these colors just to play a little bit, just to see. Unearthly Cosmetics is definitely like becoming one of my favorite brands, if not my favorite brand. Just everything they're doing lately. Like the layout, the packaging, the artwork, the color selection, the formula, the magnetic components. That's probably what really like pushes me over the edge to be a stan these days, is the fact that they're making all of their palettes magnetic. And if you didn't know this, which I didn't know, I ordered the Lure palette and took one out just to play, and the back is labeled, like the color shade is labeled on there. Like, that is such a nice touch. Like, that didn't have to be done, but the fact that that's there, like, to make it easy so you don't lose track of the shade is just, yeah, really, really nice touches that the brand is doing. So okay, I'm trying not to get too carried away. I know I want a smoky look, but I want it to be like a controlled blend here. So I am trying to keep it closer to my natural lid line today. Sometimes that's a good way to get away with like a smoky eye or bold colors or something that's really glittery, is even if you have a small amount of lid space, just stay within the parameters. So that way, you know, when you close your eye, you see all that fun going on, but when it's open, for the most part, it's just a little glimpse like an eyeliner. So a little bit of fallout. I would expect that. It's black with glitter in it, so it's fine. I'm also a little bit heavy-handed, so okay. I think that's how I want to leave the shape. So I decided to go in with a glitter glue. It's just a NYX one. I keep buying that one instead of trying a new one. I don't know why. And a brush would be better, but I'm gonna use my finger and just tap that on the inner half of my lid. It's gonna be a nice sticky base. And I'm not going high up at all. And I'm really not overlapping too much. I do usually take like a clean finger and just tap the edge of where I put glitter glue, just so everything's like pressed down and smooth. I'm gonna go in with that like flat square brush into Scarab. It's this one here. Okay, here we go. Ooh, let's tap that again. Creasing, creasing, creasing. So this is a dark shade. So it's not like this is gonna do like a highlighting effect where I'm putting this. This is not, that's not what we're doing here, just FYI. I am gonna go a little higher up to meet this dark area, and then as I go more inward, I'm going to go lower on my lid in the application of the color. This is laying down really nicely. Very opaque. Okay, and those colors are just placed side by side. I'm going to gently overlap just a little bit to make it look like a blend. Wow. Beautiful. Everything placed, laid down, and is sparkling because I can't help it. I've got to stick my fingers in one of these shadows. I'm going to apply over that with my finger. Yeah. Oh, so pretty. I haven't done a smoky look in forever. And you know what? One of my favorite neutral palettes, it's no longer in my collection because it's ancient, was the Urban Decay Smoked palette. Does anyone remember that one? That was so good. It had shades like this in here where it was just like these smoky shades, like for grays and browns and like blacks, but like with these unexpected undertones. Like there'd be like a purple to one, or like this one is just so like, I don't know. I'm tempted to go, you know what? I'm going to show you what I mean. Hold please. So in my collection is like the coolest shimmer that I have is probably in here. Like the coolest, deepest shimmer that I would normally, if I was going for a look like this is what I would have to reach for, is in this Moira palette. So here's the Moira. Like silver. I don't even want to call it a silver. It's like a charcoal, like a deep charcoal shimmer, really fun. Here is Scarab from Heather Austin's palette. It's just like so much deeper. Oh, yeah, I love these types of neutrals. They're so fun. So now I'm gonna go back with the black and just re-intensify that outer corner a bit. And I want to leave like where the two colors meet alone. I don't want to intensify that. So it's just more like an eyeliner effect that I'm kind of pulling out this way, leaving everything else. I think I want to take a small, gentle, fluffy brush now, something like this, and I'm going to like tap in place along the edge here. And I'm wondering if I really want to pick, like, you know, as far as the transition shade, like this is pretty light. I'm wondering if I want to do something like that, or if I want to pull more neutral and just dip into another palette. This is what I mean. I'd probably dip into something like this. Let's do it. I just think dipping into that purple is going to make my look very blue leaning, and I don't want that right now. I'm just tapping to blend those shades out, and this may take some time. But I want to be careful not to go too much further up than I've already placed. So. And I'm just tapping, and because the bristles are a little bit more like of a fluffy brush variety, it is giving me more of like a blend or like softening the color placement. There, something like that. I don't want to go too far out, and I want to leave this area kind of alone, or do I? I guess I want to come into this area and contour just a tiny bit. I don't want this getting too blown out looking. All right, next I'm going to go into the shade Life. And I'm just going to go along the edge of everything here. Ooh, okay. A little bit more highlighted than I expected. I don't know why. Just tapping into that shade Life and kind of going along the edge of the whole look. A little bit of fallout, not much. Oh, that's so pretty. Like it blended out this neutral shade, but then there's also like this highlighted pink sheen when I look in the light. That's really fun. Love that shade. Okay. Let's do the bottom lash and then we'll finish up here. Okay, let's finish up with some anti-gravity mascara from Milani. I actually need to replace this again. It's almost out. I love this stuff. I can't stop using it. It just makes the lashes so like fluffy. And you get some length. I don't get a lot of like chunking or flaking or anything. You can overdo it. I wouldn't do more than 2 coats. Sometimes even the second is iffy, but like, I don't know, these just make my lashes feel so light and fluffy and pretty. Like I'm wearing falsies, but I'm not. And granted, I do have a little bit of lashes going on, so to be fair, I could say that about a lot of mascaras more easily. So keep that in mind, you know, if you're in a different situation than me. I don't want to give you false hope, but overall, like, the lashes that I have to work with, it makes them feel really light and fluffy. So that's one coat. To the other side, I basically just lined the bottom lashes with black liner, a pencil liner from Pixie Beauty, and I used my taupe palette from ColourPop. I just did the deepest shade in there and then fluffed it out with the lightest shade as a liner on the bottom. So that's it for the eyes. That's pretty much what I was envisioning. It's just like this beautiful gray, grungy, smoky eye with kind of some natural skin coverage today. What do we think? I really like it. I'm really impressed with the quality of the palette. I'm really happy to have it in my hands and just play around with the color story. It's interesting because with that Life shade, that might be my new favorite shade. Really interesting shade. A lot of them have interesting shifts that I don't expect. So I bet the more I dive into this palette, the more I'm going to see like, oh, that's not actually a gray, that's this or that. So really, really cool. Very, very beautiful palette. Yeah, here's the finished look. I want to move on to the other 2 products in this collection because I did get the whole collection, which I did get to show you the box at the beginning. Okay, here's the cheek. Really cute. The colors are a little deeper than I thought that they would be. It's like this pink to orange shift, and then this like really light vanilla, almost like Life in the palette. And it does have glitter. It reminds me of Spellbound a little bit from ColourPop, like their Super Shock from back in the day. This one has like a golden sheen to it that's really pretty, so I think that'll be fun on my cheeks. This other one is probably gonna have to be more of like, ooh, yeah, I think it's gonna be more of like a blush topper. Let's try it as a blush topper because it's pretty like dark for me. I'm so excited to have this though. It's so pretty. I love like the weight and everything, little bugs, like everything about this is so cool. This makes me want to get more collections from Unearthly just because of the quality. So I'm going to take like a dense cheek brush, kind of like this, And I'm going to tap into this darkest shade, and my attempt is going to be to apply it more like a blush topper. Okay, and like the density, but also like the way the brushes are like short and wide is going to tone down the pigment a bit for me. So let's see if I can build it up. Okay, yeah, that's really pretty. It's very intense. I don't wear stuff normally this intense now because of the texture of my skin these days. That's really cool. I really like it. I think this brush is nice for this application. I'm tempted to try a different brush and just see if it's super intense. So I'm basically going where I put my blush and then letting it go like a little higher where a highlight would be. And I'm like stippling it over. I'm not wiping or rubbing or anything since I already have my face like done and set basically. Ooh, okay, I love that. That works really nicely. I'm not a huge fan of glitter. I usually like the glow from within type of highlight. But this is really fun. I could kind of make this work. And I mean, the brand is called Unearthly. It's not really called, you know, subtle glow from within. So, okay. Okay, that is gorgeous. I'm going to take a very small, something that I can be really precise with and go into this other shade called Rebirth. And just go a little bit higher, and I'm going to stay right here. I just want to play and see. Huh. They messed up the same like shift in the light because it literally looks like the other color. Okay, I'm gonna go down the nose just for fun. This is another one that has glitter in it. Kinda wish it didn't. Definitely a pink highlight. I love pink highlight. There was one from Urban Decay back in the day. It was called, I think, Aurora. They had like this line, I don't remember what they called it, of powder highlights. But they were really like creamy feeling, and that was such a pretty shift. That's what this reminds me of. But that one didn't have glitters in it, or the glitters were more like of a very fine mica that looked more like a sheen on your skin than like glitter particles. Let me see. Yeah, okay, so when I turn the lights way down, you can kind of see the glitter sitting on my face a bit more. I kind of like it. I didn't think I would like glitter on my face, but I kind of like it. So, I haven't been into glitter just because of my age and the texture, but this kind of works. It's really cool. So, yeah. All right, well, let's do lips next. I have the gloss to show you. Wipe off the lipstick. I was wearing Libra from Juvia's Place. I really like that shade, and I love their bullet lipsticks. That's probably like my new favorite formula right now. Let's go into this beauty here. So pretty. I love the little bugs on it. I love any glosses that have like a green or rainbow shift to them. I have not tried an Unearthly gloss at all, so this is exciting. Oh, it's so nice feeling. Doesn't really have a smell. It's definitely very comfortable. Like I don't feel any glitters or anything's going on. I just got the Bella Beauty bar, like one of their glitter glosses, and you can kind of feel it a little bit. This is really smooth, really nice. You don't really see the glitters that much either, which I'm okay with either way. I do like a fun glitter. I was expecting a little bit more glitter, so that's interesting that the cheek products had more glitter than I thought, and the gloss has less, but I'm okay with that because, again, I just got that Villa Beauty Bar one, which is not subtle. It is very glittery. I sometimes put it on and forget I'm wearing it. I'm like, oh. Okay, so here is the finished look. Cheeks, gloss. This is really what I was hoping for and imagining, like really, really cute. Love it so much. I'm really happy to have this one in my collection, and I'm really happy I got to film today and just show you guys like a fun little smoky bombshell look, according to me. Yeah, that's it for today's video. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I can't wait to see you in the next one, which should be a ranking video, so stay tuned for that.